Hello,
Oh,
everybody, and welcome back to Corsace Closed 2023. This is the losers side semifinals between xootynator and mcy4. My name is Taikani, and joining me today is Miles. Miles, how are you doing today?
hey Tycoon, I'm doing pretty good. Obviously, we've got a really highly anticipated match on our hands. We've got xootynator up against mcy4, Seed 9 versus Seed 11. And obviously, this is going to be a big rematch. These players have faced in a high tier 1v1 just a few months ago. And I believe both of the matches they played going towards mcy4. So, going to be looking for a little bit of revenge for Zooty here.
Yeah, this one, now both times they've played have been very, very close. But mcy4 barely edging out xootynator on both times that they played. That said that, they've played on different pools, maybe slightly easier than the pool we see here in Corsace Closed, so it is a little bit different. And, of course, would like to draw your attention to our wonderful sponsor, Momokai, who is running a limited time promotion with the Corsace Closed 2023 Tap Trio. Got Getter on Yellow switches, awesome yellow keycaps, and of course, exclusive Corsace logo stickers. You can head over to momokai.com/Corsace and purchase this. Again, this is limited time, so you can't get it forever.
Yeah, do not miss out on this, especially if it fits your setup aesthetic. I would definitely look towards getting that. But yeah, now back onto this matchup. Zooty and mcy4 meeting up here in semifinals, losers bracket round 2. Obviously, these two players, not really like a losers bracket matchup. Both these players very used to going far in these types of tournaments, so obviously one of them is gonna have to go home here. And that's just insane to me. I mean, these players are extremely well matched, as we saw back in the Roundtables 2 qualifiers tournament, where you saw really a lot of volatility on both of their picks, and that always shapes up for a very, very interesting match. If you look at these stats, they are very similar across the board on things like aim and tech, but both of them not very strong on speed and stamina, and usually when that is the case, it's going to be which player decides to try to usurp the dominance on that speed and stamina, and I think MCY typically has been the one to try to do that, but I'm not really sure if he's going to want to on this map pool.
Yeah, now both these players kind of coming from different places. Zooty from the winners bracket losing 6-1 to Malashevsky, and mcy4 from last week's losers bracket winning a tiebreaker victory over Ninarek. Maybe if you're mcy4, you're a little scared. Those tiebreakers do tend to kind of put you in fear if you win them. Because the next week, you're already seeing, you have so much data on where you're struggling on this pool. And Zooty kind of has a chance to exploit that a little bit.
Yeah, but I think when it comes to data, these two players just know each other so well that I think they already know exactly the strategy they're going to go for. As long as they've practiced the map pool, they know what their strengths are, I think we're really going to see some well thought out strategies going into this matchup. But I'm really struggling to think up of bans here. I'm not sure if Zooty is going to go for the traditional speed bans into mcy4.
I don't know. We could see speed stamina go away. mcy4 obviously not the greatest speed stamina player, but we have seen in the past, especially in the round table, that Zooty kind of gets destroyed on stamina even against mcy4. I really wouldn't leave it open if I were her.
Yeah, and I mean, this map pool is extremely difficult in that department. Obviously, we are well over 8 stars at this point, especially on the DT picks. So things like that DT2, that Nomad 5 could be good bans for xootynator, but it always feels bad, banning out a map that your opponent isn't necessarily confident on either. So it's going to be peculiar here. We're going to be really curious to see what she decides to ban out, as well as MCY. I mean, typically into xootynator, players would opt into banning some aim picks, but MCY in Roundtable actually broke, I believe, 1 or 2 aim picks against xootynator, so probably not going to go for aim bans. I think MCY's bans are going to be even harder to predict than Zooty's, honestly. There's not really a specific skill set that she exploits him on. Maybe something like that HR2, maybe some reading maps, but I'm not all too sure. Oh, but bans already coming in. Zooty going to ban the DT3. MCY banning out the Hidden 1. It's going to be our alt-aim DT pick banned by Zooty, and it's going to be an HR2 ban from MCY, as expected, banning out that high-precision aim, something Zooty is extremely strong at. But the HD1 ankle biters ban, pretty curious about that from MCY. But I mean, I guess that map is very, very difficult, and if you're not very comfortable on that up against a player like xootynator, you might as well just strike it out. And it's going to be the Nomad 6 ban from Zooty. So no speed bans coming out from Zooty, going to want to contest MCY on that skill set. But the reading ban coming out from her.
Yeah, Zooty leaving speed open entirely, actually. You know, saying, you know, maybe today's the day that I'm going to be able to contest mcy4 on speed and first picking Hidden 3.
Ooh. I love this pick. I love that Zooty is first picking this. Got Zetsu by Isamir D'Angelo. This map is really, really, it throws a lot at you. There's so many different skill sets that are tested at this map. Being OD 9.8 as well, having a bunch of different rhythms, lots of finger control, more variable BPM streams. Just a lot to really drop on in this map. And also, there is a very long burst at the start. Who's double tapping? Oh.
I would say the double tap is coming from xootynator. Losing a lot of accuracy at the start here. mcy4 losing some accuracy as well, but not as much as xootynator. Double tapping that entire intro burst. Of course, the BPM does need to be mentioned here. This map is very, very fast. Zooty, you know, not really wanting to play the speed game at the beginning.
Yeah, and I mean, there's only 2 really long bursts in this map, and it's right at the beginning and right at the end, so you can prepare for those, and I'm sure xootynator is going to feel fine just double tapping those away. But for now, MCY is going to have the accuracy lead because of it, but he does drop a lot of accuracy on those sliders, going all the way down to 92. With Zooty dropping some back as well, you really can see how difficult OD 9.8 is on a map like this.
Yeah, and now mcy4 with an accuracy lead and a combo lead, gonna be able to start to take it away, start to build a big lead here. As Zooty's act has recovered, it's not gonna be too big, but the combo is gonna do so much for mcy4 as we get into the stronger part here.
This part is relatively free combo compared to the rest of this map though, so MCY is going to be able to gain a score lead right now with a 400 combo lead. Gonna be extending his score lead up to around 40k. But the accuracy gap is closing, so if MCY does find the break, xootynator is going to be able to pull it back very quickly. I think it's really going to come down to that flow aim section at 2/3.
Yeah, so far, no breaks, nothing crazy. Zooty does find some act drops on the 1/3, not going to matter too much, but she's giving little by little, just a bit more to mcy4, and here we go into the bigger 1/3 stream section.
Yeah, this part is so brutal to tap. You already see Zooty dropping some accuracy, but MCY still holding on to the full combo. Gonna be able to extend the lead even more. He holds through, despite the accuracy drop, still holding the act lead. But here's where the spacing gets really jank. Gonna see if he can hold on through this. The Zooty is on his tail with a 730 combo. MCY really needs to hold it, but Zooty finds the break first. It looks like MCY is going to run away with her first pick.
mcy4 with already over 100k lead. And it's just looking too little too late for Zooty already as mcy4 just takes it away. Over 1,200 combo, now over 1,300. Just seems like it was not the right pick to fight against mcy4, going crazy on this hidden 3.
Yeah, there's still a quarter of the map left. There are barely any hidden FCs on this. I think Kriller might be the only hidden FC on this map. It will be absolutely insane if MCY can hold through this. Zooty chain misses. MCY finally finds the break, just about to get through that flow pattern. Unfortunately, dropping the FC, but still, he has doubled Zooty's score, and he is looking to take an extremely definitive break point on xootynator's first pick going into the ending.
That first pick breakpoint is so important, especially for a match as contested as xootynator versus mcy4. That early confidence boost is everything mcy4 needs. Now he can go into his first pick with confidence. You know, saying, I already have something to protect me on this first breakpoint here. mcy4 on hidden flow aim, winning over xootynator.
Alright, final burst. MCY almost SS'd the first half of that burst. Very good score from him, up above 600k. And you know, when you have 600k with only 93 act, you know that you comboed most of the map. That is an absolutely insane score from MCY, doubling the score of xootynator and more. And he is going to take an early break point, but as we mentioned earlier, with how volatile this match is, it doesn't feel too safe yet for MCY, because... Oh, but there's the Nomad 2 pick coming out from MCY. If you were going to have a definitive pick against xootynator as MCY, it might just be this Nomad 2.
Yeah, this Nomad 2 is not really Zooty's playground. I really love this pick from mcy4. Something that he can absolutely say, you know, I just won on flow aim, I can do it again. And, you know, the stamina element is really going to take over on this map that xootynator, I feel, is going to struggle on.
Yeah, but this map is extremely difficult to be consistent on in tournament, by the way. This is an Errol custom, song by Graham Oden, featuring some of the most awkward freaking cut streams I think you've ever seen. And the beginning of this map also is very aim intensive, so you can also find a break before the streams even start, if I'm gonna be honest. Looks like neither player having much trouble with the beginning. There's still one tiny aim section before we get into the very long streams.
Yeah, that said, the accuracy from mcy4 is giving that ever so slight edge in the beginning here. As we get through the jumps, here we go into the streams. mcy4 finds a random break on basically nothing.
Now Zooty's gonna have some free combo to extend a score lead here. With the accuracy lead and combo lead in her favor, she's still got about another 100 combo before the long streams start. She's gonna be able to build up some combo. We're gonna see how long she's gonna be able to hold into the streams, because I think that's really gonna depend, or that's really going to determine how big of a lead she can get. Looks like she's comfortable so far.
That misread for mcy4 was brutal, as Zooty is not dropping act on these streams, but she does find an over aim, a critical chain miss. mcy4 trades it out though. Zooty still has a lead, as mcy4 finds another chain miss, a huge act drop, giving xootynator quite the advantage, about 80k.
No, it's actually unreal how closely matched these players are. On their own first picks, it looks like we are on track for 2 breakpoints. When do you see that on first picks?
Not Corsace Closed, I'll tell you what. These players are so consistent. There's a reason they've been invited here. They're so good. You almost never see them dropping their main skill sets. But you're seeing here struggles on the first picks, and that just shows how closely matched these two players are.
But it's not over yet for Zooty. She's got a combo and act lead, but if she manages to find a chain miss, it could go back to MCY. But that break from MCY, I think, might just do it. Zooty now with the act and combo lead. Not anymore, but still, there isn't much for MCY to really take this back going into the ending. There's a quarter of the map left, but he really needs a big combo in order to bring it back. That chain miss from Zooty would start, but I don't think there's really enough time for him to make up the 100k gap.
Yeah, every miss here from Zooty has been an immediate mcy4 trade, and it's giving xootynator such a big advantage. Nearly 100k in her favor. It is already over, and somehow that first pick breakpoint, that importance that I talked about, it doesn't even matter. Her back to 1-1. It's like they picked for each other here.
Oh my god, that is unreal. xootynator getting a breakpoint on MCY's first pick as well. These players trading their first picks. But I mean, hey, at the end of the day, it's 1-1. We've got a long match ahead of us. But the pick goes back to Zooty. Gonna see how she decides to respond.
Yeah, the stream farm showing off, you know, paying Zooty quite the benefit here. See where Zooty goes next. You know, the flow aim direction can be a little bit contested between these two players.
I mean, the last 2 picks just told us exactly that. The hidden flow aim going the way of MCY, the Nomad 2 stream flow going in favor of Zooty. Now she's gonna pick the Nomad 4. This, I think, is even more interesting. Nomad 4 is something MCY is also typically very strong at. These players are just battling it out on their stronger picks. No one trying to pick into the reading or the speed, really. They're just picking into each other's skill sets, it just feels.
Yeah, now, last time these two played in a 1v1, there was a Halgo Nomad 4, similar to this. That Nomad 4 went down to a less than 1,000 point difference.
Whoa. If that doesn't tell you how closely matched these players are, I don't know what will. But we've got another Halgo Nomad 4 here on whatever the hell this song is. We're gonna ignore it for now.
Berry.
Yep, banger. Zooty finding an early break on that stream. Not gonna do too much damage though. This is a fairly long Nomad 4, over 3 minutes long. So the early break isn't really gonna do too much. But for now, it will give MCY a slight score lead.
Now, mcy4 was building up a bit of an accuracy advantage, but finding a lot of ac errors on these bursts here. Actually keeping Zooty very, very close. Zooty with the slightest lead just because of the accuracy.
And that'll really happen on these Nomad maps. Oh, but there goes MCY finding the drop on that stream. Now Zooty gonna be able to run away with the lead here in the early sections of the map. Already up at a 45k score lead. Be looking very strong for Zooty into this section. There's one slider section at about the halfway point that I think is probably more difficult than anything else in this map. Gonna be seeing if she can hold on through that. She will be able to take a definitive lead on this pick.
Yeah, that said, she's already got the chance to build up quite a lot. To go into the preview point, she does find a slider break. Now mcy4 with a combo advantage, but finding a break right there. Zooty now has a significant advantage. Almost 700k to the name.
With the combo reset and the ac lead in her favor, it's going to be really good for her. As long as she does not manage to find a chain miss, I think she'll be able to hold on to this lead for the rest of the map. But here comes that very difficult slider part I just mentioned. MCY instantly finding some drops. xootynator looks to hold. Oh, but she finds the drop as well. Looks like a combo reset on this awesome tumor slider part. But that just goes to favor Zooty. Already 70k in the lead. Isn't too much for MCY to do in the last third of the map. Looks very definitive for Zooty at this point.
Yeah, Zooty's lead that she's already accrued is so big. mcy4 does have the slightest combo lead, but it doesn't really matter when you have Zooty with a 60k point lead, something she's been holding all throughout this map, the second half. It's so hard for mcy4 to recover. He has to FC, and finding a break right there, I think it might be over already.
Looks like xootynator gonna survive on her second pick. Not finding a elusive double breakpoint on the first two picks. I don't think I've ever seen that really happen in a tournament. But thank God for Zooty, I guess, that didn't happen. That would be really confusing. But she's looking extremely strong on this pick. Gonna be going up 2-1 on her own pick. But now MCY has to respond. And I think he might start going for speed soon.
Eventually, he's going to have to. There's not much else that mcy4 can reliably contest Zooty on. The Nomad 2 was kind of the start of that sort of exploration of, you know, where he can find points on Zooty. And especially if Zooty's feeling this confident on tech, it might be better to go with the speed sooner than later for mcy4.
There's still a DT2 and a Nomad 5 open for MCY. It's not necessarily his strongest skill set, but it's one that, in the past, he has outdone Zooty on. The speed maps that are still in the pool. And it sounds like he has picked one of them. I think that's the Nomad 5 I can hear. Yep, that's Nomad 5, a lasting promise. This is our Nomad speed pick. Typically a very strong pick against Zooty, but MCY not the strongest speed player himself. Gonna be hoping to just do better than Zooty on this.
Yeah, this one, of course, as you said, both these players not really the strongest speed players. This is contested, as all maps are going to be for both of them. I would give mcy4 just the slightest advantage in terms of stamina, though. That's going to be so big for him going into this. But mcy4 already finding significant ac and combo drop.
Yeah, Zooty looking a little more comfortable in the first 82 combo, holding on to that SS. But I think it's really going to be the longer bursts where MCY might take the advantage. And those haven't started up yet. Those really show up during the very intense KI sections of this map. Oh, Zooty comboing through that with 50s.
You can see from her aim, she is really stressed out on this map. This is not comfortable at all. You know, she's going really hard on only focusing on the tapping, but so far it's working out for her. Despite the act drop, she is holding combo, holding an advantage on mcy4 is now broken for the third time.
Yeah, this Nomad 5 pick already looking to go awry for MCY because xootynator is still holding on to that FC into the halfway point of the map. Did not expect that coming out of her. I mean, she mentioned yesterday on the Full Circle interview that she was really grinding speed, maybe hoping that MCY would pick it into her. She would be able to find breakpoints because she is looking so comfortable onto this. Going into the last third of the map, there's not much for MCY to do already because Zooty has already doubled his score and counting.
Yeah, Zooty is just taking it away. Look at that, nearly 900 combo as we get into a little bit of an aimier section. Go into one of the last long streams of the map. xootynator's still holding 93 act, but who cares? 500k, that's all she needs to beat mcy4 here. Finally finding a break. It doesn't matter, she's already done her job. Constant act drops is not going to do it. As 500k, xootynator takes away another breakpoint.
MCY comboing through the extremely difficult ending of that map, but it's not going to matter. xootynator held on for the first 3 quarters, and that's going to be enough. Despite the B rank, despite the accuracy lead for MCY, it is going to be a breakpoint for xootynator, and oh my god, she just broke point him on speed.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous and very scary if you're mcy4. To lose speed, to lose the thing that you were able to abuse against xootynator the last time you guys played, that has to be terrifying for mcy4. He needs a total reconsideration of his picking strategy here because xootynator is just winning on Nomad 2 and Nomad 5. Not traditionally xootynator maps, but she is going to take it. And now she gets another chance to consolidate a breakpoint.
I think the comfort picks on this pool are starting to very quickly go down though, and here she comes with the Nomad 1. Traditionally an extremely strong xootynator pick. Nomad 1, the 8-star aim map. This map is literally just aim training, by the way, if you guys in chat are not aware. Just nothing but straight jumps all the way through, something that MCY is also going to be very strong on, I think. And he was able to win aim against xootynator in some of their prior meetings, but I think on a map like this, you just have to go in favor of Zooty.
100%. That said, not all doom and gloom for mcy4. You know, there's a reason that mcy4 didn't ban too much aim here. As far as traditional aim goes, it's not completely over. mcy4 can take it if he's focused, but xootynator, of course, with the on-paper advantage here.
For those of you who aren't aware, back in the day, a few years ago, MCY was, I believe he was in the top 30, one of the very strong DT aim players in the game, so I'm sure on this type of aim, MCY is going to feel right at home. Not expecting him to feel any discomfort on these jumps, but obviously, you just have to look at Zooty's consistency on this, because she is one of the most consistent aim players we have in the tourney scene right now.
Yeah, that said, mcy4 does have the higher accuracy for now, holding a lead as we go into this first Ki. Nobody breaking on the streams as we get into it. Ki is actually a little bit easier than those streams, but mcy4 finding a random miss. And now the combo advantage is xootynator. The act advantage is ever so slightly xootynator. She's starting to take it away.
Yeah, but it's going to take her a while to really amass a lead on this. This is a fairly long map, so she really has to get through this Ki if she wants to be able to get a really big score lead. But it looks like she's going to make it through. Still a few jumps remaining. She looks so comfy on this. She gets
100%.
through it.
I mean, she's one of the best aim players in the world. And showing it for good reason here, holding through the first Ki. That advantage that she's accrued is going to start to really show itself.
Either player finding a break on those streams. MCY has reestablished his combo up at around 400. Just waiting for that break from xootynator. Still is within striking distance on this pick, but as long as Zooty holds, the pick is in her hands.
Of course, she did find some act drops on those streams after the Ki, giving mcy4 the accuracy advantage back. Not going to matter too much in a 99-99 game, but Should she find a drop, mcy4's accuracy will help him ever so slightly in taking it back.
Into these jumps here. Gonna see if anyone finds a break, and there goes xootynator. MCY holds on. He's got 100k score to claw back, but he finds a drop at the beginning of the Ki. That is so unfortunate for MCY. xootynator now looks to be pretty safe on this pick as long as she can reestablish her combo once more. In the final third of the map, 100k score lead for Zooty. Gonna look to remain safe as the combos are equal.
Yeah, the advantage of about 100k that she had already accrued is so big. Of course, Nomad 1's not the most dense maps in the world, meaning that score builds very slowly, and with a double break right there, I think it's going to be over just like that. 100,000 in xootynator's advantage.
Another safe pick for Zooty, now gonna look to go up 4-1 against MCY. MCY, who took both of the matches against xootynator in the round table, now down 4-1 against her in Corsace Closed. Looks like she was out for blood in this match.
100%. Now, in the past two encounters, these players have had one best of 13, one best of 11. Zooty has never got past 4 points, but we've also never seen her build points this fast, this early against mcy4. Zooty is looking like an absolute beast in this match, already getting herself up 4-1.
Yep, and she's approaching 600k on this, gonna end up around 570. Very strong score from her on this Nomad 1, up above 8 stars. Still able to hold up near 600k. Very strong stuff from Zooty. Going up 4-1 now, she is 1 point away from match point. And MCY still only one on the board. Really needs to win this next pick here.
This next pick is everything for mcy4. Of course, it is mcy4's pick. A little bit of confidence, but as we've seen, mcy4's only point is a break point, and xootynator has won both of mcy4's picks. So you can't be too confident on your own pick, and it's going to be DT1, that super fast aim.
DT1 is something that xootynator has gotten a lot better at over the years. Definitely becoming one of her stronger picks, but MCY, as I mentioned earlier, used to be a top DT aim player in the game, so this is something that's really going to be bread and butter for him. Definitely, I think, a very smart pick for MCY, especially after losing that speed. It's not something you could really look at as a guaranteed win anymore.
For sure, of course, both these players are going to perform well. They just are the right players for DT1. 270 BPM, AR 10.5, in just 2 minutes and 30 seconds is going to separate us from a potential xootynator match point, potential fight back from mcy4.
This map is by Mamilia. This was a custom, right?
Of course, this was a wonderful custom made in, I believe, just one VC session with one of our poolers, Aiden.
Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy. The end of the map here. In the first quarter, neither of them finding a drop. MCY with a slight accuracy advantage. It's not going to do too much for him right now. Really going to be waiting on that first break. You can see we are already a quarter into the map. MCY going to be finding that first break. xootynator does not hold on, finding a slider break right after the intense jump section. Now MCY's ac lead is really going to go to work here. When the combos are gone, the accuracy is what determines the lead.
Yeah, but mcy4 finding more breaks. The slight common advantage to xootynator, but her continuous accuracy drops still keeping the actual score lead in mcy4's favor, despite those combo drops. And there goes xootynator with a miss, and now it's going to start going really in mcy4's favor.
He does find another drop, but now it's really, I think, the accuracy lead for MCY. He is up by almost 5%, and that is just so big for your score, especially when the combos are gone. Score V2 accuracy accounts for about 30% of your score, so when combo is gone, the accuracy becomes king. And with Zooty dropping even more accuracy and combo, it's going to look ever so better for mcy4. Approaching 300k score, but it's going to be enough, it looks like.
Yeah, the AR 10.5 as well as the 270 BPM streams in this map are causing trouble here for xootynator. mcy4 finding some struggles as well, but just able to hold on a little bit better. It is going to give mcy4 the best advantage possible as we go into this last Ki. I really doubt xootynator has the accuracy just to fight back.
Both players continue to find drops, but the ACK lead for MCY will tell the tale on this map. Up at around 97, up against Zooty's around 91. Gonna be more than enough to take this point. I think a well-needed point for MCY. Gonna finally get back on the board, get a second point, and send the score 2-4. With Zooty next to pick. She's gonna be going for match point next time.
Yeah, 100%. Making sure that Zooty avoids a match point is so crucial for mcy4. Just finding the picks to make Zooty struggle just a little bit. All he needs here. xootynator gonna have to think very carefully. I'm not quite sure about going back into aim. We'll see. Winning Nomad 1, losing DT1. The aim's kind of even, though. The aim wasn't really the factor on the DT1 so much as the AR 10.5 combined with the BPM.
Now, if I'm Zooty here, I think I might be looking at that Hard Rock one. Except that map is kind of different from all the other aim picks in the pool. The light text style of aim, much different from any of the other aim maps in the pool. I don't know if she's really going to be too, I guess, urgent to pick that map. Maybe going to keep it in the back pocket for later if MCY does manage to start coming back. But xootynator has been barreling towards that match point. Maybe going to pick it now just to get right there and force that tiebreaker for sure. And it's going to be HR1.
Yep, it's going to be the Hard Rock one, as you said. Very, very good pick. Your sort of mech tech pick custom map by Starsticks.
The slider jumps in this map are absolutely brutal. When in test playing phase, I think for our replay, Rectigon got an S rank with like 6 slider breaks and 450k, and that really is just what epitomizes this map, I think. The jumps don't look too hard, but they are deceptively difficult. You just have to hit all the slider ticks. Otherwise, you will find the slider break. It looks like we're going to head into it. xootynator looking to get her 5th point on the board here with Hard Rock 1. Cthugha. But if MCY manages to take this breakpoint back, we will suddenly be back at an even state in the match. He will be picking to tie it up if he manages to win this.
Yeah, this is a crucial breakpoint for mcy4 to even up the breakpoint score, and xootynator finding the first break. Slight accuracy advantage is going to keep the score lead in her favor for now, but mcy4's combo, as we get into a slightly easier section, is going to start to take it over here.
And Zooty finds another break on the triple. It's going to become problematic for her quickly the more she finds breaks, as MCY is still holding on to that FCF at above 300 combo. Going to start to extend his score lead a little bit. And Zooty finds another one.
Zooty. That's it. mcy4 trades it out this time. Not a drastic combo lead for mcy4, but look at that. Nearly 40k lead for mcy4. This is looking like a good one for mcy4 so far.
And the accuracies are about even, so it's not going to help Zooty this time around. And MCY manages a combo through that slider section, finding a break right after, but Zooty broke as well. So MCY is going to be able to keep this score lead up at around 40k. But at the halfway point in the map, with the scores this low, I think 40k is a pretty safe spot for MCY right now. He just has to not melt down during the Ki section.
100%, the combos are close, benefiting mcy4 more than anyone right now. Deadlocked score lead here as we get closer and closer to the Ki, but mcy4 finds a slider break, and suddenly the combo advantage for xootynator is so big, if she holds in the Ki, she hits the cut streams. As we go into it, and suddenly that lead is dissipating just a little bit, but xootynator finds a slider break right there.
MCY finds another break to trade it out, but MCY has already amassed a lead of about 30k, and with how difficult this map is, 30k might just be enough, especially as Zooty finds another chain miss on that stream. It's a 50k lead for MCY, and I think it's going to be safe, and we have another breakpoint, and suddenly MCY is looking to come back in this match.
Yeah, the map isn't quite over yet, but I'm really not sure on the density. I don't think xootynator can be saved at this point. I think it's an mcy4 breakpoint. I think we're 4-3. I think mcy4 has a chance to even it out of nowhere. Out of a point of despair, it was just 4-1 just a second ago.
And that just goes to tell you, once again, just how even these players are against each other. Zooty winning a speed map against MCY, and then MCY turns around and says, you know what? I'm going to win your aim map. And MCY just did. With about 80k score lead, taking the HR1. Now Pick goes back in his ballpark. We're going to see what he decides to do to tie this match up.
Yeah, at some point it felt like it might be a little bit hopeless for mcy4, the 4-1, the destroyer of mentals, but suddenly as we're 4-3, mcy4 going with the Hard Rock 3, continuing the Hard Rock train, completely getting rid of this mod pool after this map. Nothing but theory. This is going to be your Hard Rock tech.
And this is another just brutal Hard Rock map. Lots of difficult flow patterns, lots of difficult slider patterns. It really throws all of the difficult technical elements you really could find in a tech map at you. I think apart from maybe the high BPM finger control burst that you sometimes see in tech maps, not really going to be present in this. But I think that'll just go to favor MCY even more. But once again, this is another skill set that both of these players are extremely capable at. So xootynator is going to be very capable of breakpointing this if MCY does manage to slip up.
Now, as far as tech has gone so far, xootynator has won the Nomad 4, that's going to be your hard tech slot, and lost the Hard Rock 1 to mcy4, which is your mechanical tech. This map is somewhere in between, so it's going to be a little more contested than both of those maps.
This is the extended version of Nothing But Theory, being around 4 minutes in length. Gonna be a very long and brutally consistent tech map for you to consume, I guess. Neither player finding any drops during the beginning, but with how long this map is, really gonna take the middle section combo breaks to, I think, determine this map.
100%. xootynator does find a miss, and that's going to be an early combo advantage for mcy4 on a slightly easier section as well. The flow here isn't as crazy. Even on the crazier flow patterns, mcy4 not finding any drops, looking so consistent on the combo. xootynator does have about a % accuracy advantage. It's not going to matter with the combo that mcy4 has got himself here.
Titani, did you just feel that? Did you feel that momentum shift? MCY is looking so strong on these last few picks. Up at 700 combo now. xootynator reestablishing her combo, gonna still be within striking distance, especially because she has the accuracy lead. But MCY full comboing the first third of this map just looks so strong, so confident after that breakpoint.
I definitely do feel the shift in momentum. I feel like as soon as I said that xootynator's never got past 4 points, mcy4 remembered why he is here in the first place. The slightest accuracy lead and the biggest combo lead possible on this map, giving mcy4 so much mileage, so much momentum, as we start to get into the build-up to a way harder tech section.
He holds through that wiggle, but as does Zooty. MCY instantly finding a drop on the slider. xootynator holding on. She's cheesing some slider ends, but that doesn't matter. She's holding on to that combo, which she needs to do if she wants to come back on this pick. Up at 600 combo. If she can manage to get through this section, she'll be rewarded with a little bit of free combo. So, is she actually going to do this? What is this combo gaming I am seeing, Taikani?
Look, a strategy is a strategy. And you know what? If she believes that she can hold accuracy, that's fine. But she does find a break right there, a slight over-aim, and now mcy4 is back in combo advantage, and now the accuracy advantage that she willingly gave over to mcy4 is going to come into play.
And you know, going into the last quarter of this map, I cannot believe it. MCY is looking to equalize here against Zooty, gonna tie it up at 4 apiece, turn this matchup into a best of 3, and we might be looking to start predicting a tiebreaker between these two. That is so hype.
Yeah, there's just no combo here. Both players finding consistent breaks on this super flowy section. That gives mcy4 such an advantage. Zooty just doesn't have anything to fight back with. The near 70k lead that mcy4 has accrued. With chain misses abound from xootynator. She's not catching up. It's an mcy4 point. And suddenly, we are mcy4 and 4.
mcy4 and 4. That's what we're saying here. But yeah, what do these players really go for here, I think? MCY still has a DT2 in his back pocket if he really wants to go for that, but xootynator did absolutely demolish him on that Nomad 5. Although I do think the DT2 in this pool is more stamina intensive, which is something that is typically the better path against xootynator when it comes to speed abusing. But still, the pick does go back to Zooty now. This was MCY's pick, so we're going to see what Zooty decides to use as her last pick. There's still hidden 2 remaining, but I'm not sure if she's really going to go for that. Not necessarily a reading player.
I don't know. The question is, what do we really have left in the pool here? God.
So, Nomad 3, hidden 2, DT2. That is it.
Oh boy. I think Zooty probably goes for Nomad 3 out of those options, I would think. Something a little more mechanical but not speedy, I feel, would be xootynator's pick here. Kind of avoid the hidden reading. Both these players are going to be about equally matched. Maybe mcy4 favor on the hidden 2.
I'll be honest. I have no idea. I think the Nomad 2. Nomad 2 is also very much a map that MCY is going to be confident on. I don't know. If I'm Zooty, I might take the gamble on the hidden 2. MCY not really a reading player, all things considered. Zooty maybe betting on the Clown Fiesta. I don't know. We saw in a previous matchup, I think it was Chaconi versus Karcher, both players getting under 100k. But what DT2? Okay, this is cursed. xootynator picking DT2 and MCY, but you know what? She won that Nomad 5 by a lot. On paper, this makes sense. But in my head, this does not make sense.
I remember when xootynator got second place at Corsace Closed 2023, I had a conversation with her right after the tournament where she said that her #1 goal was to grind speed, and in this Corsace Closed, she would actually be speeding and trying to prove it here at the face of death in the losers bracket, going straight into the speed. Stamina, traditionally her worst skill set, and you're already seeing the act drop, but I love the confidence from xootynator on this pick. That said, mcy4's accuracy advantage is going to keep him in the lead for now.
Yeah, but you know, when there's 3 maps remaining, it starts to become a chess game. You had this DT2, you had the hidden 2, and the Nomad 3. And between these 2 players on those 3 picks, you can't really give anyone too big of an edge on either of them. So maybe... Actually, I'm not going to try and quantify this. She is just going all in on this DT2, and she looks so strong on it so far. Down at 95%. Both players finding some drops. MCY now with his accuracy lead, going to start to take over slowly on this pick. As Zooty has dropped all the way down to 91%. MCY still up at 95. Gonna see if he can manage to hold on to that ack lead. Zooty opting for the combo game, still holding on a little bit, but dropping the ack all the way down to 89. It's gonna be difficult for her to take that lead back.
Yeah, accuracy plays such a big part in Scorby 2. It's gonna limit your max score quite a bit if you go down, to this below 90 range, even just once. So despite the combo lead that she has over mcy4, her accuracy is really working against her here. I believe she is double tapping these KIs sometimes, really working in mcy4's favor, but mcy4 does find another break. If xootynator continues to hold, she'll start to take it back.
Zooty dropping her act, but that combo is gonna eventually take over. Down at 88% though, even lower, down all the way to 86. She is holding that combo, but if she manages to drop it, MCY is gonna be able to take it back instantly. But while she holds it, it will start to go back in her favor even more, and it goes back in favor of xootynator as of right now. Can she hold on?
Seeing xootynator win this DT2 would be crazy, passing the 1,000 combo threshold. That said, mcy4's combo is back. Half of xootynator's combo is going to be enough to challenge her. She needs mcy4 to find another drop. mcy4 needs xootynator to find another drop. xootynator still slightly holding the lead, but her accuracy is, of course, working against her. She does not have a big enough lead to stay confident, to stay secure. 87% accuracy.
she needs to FC this last PI with everything she has. If she finds a drop, MCY will instantly take over with that accuracy lead. But she is looking to hold on, getting the 50s, double tapping her way through this, but holding on to the combo. xootynator. And MCY finds the drop. Oh my
I think that might be it. I think xootynator might have just cheesed herself a DT2 85% AC FC. Again, Scorpion 2 does cap your max score, even with an FC. Where an FC, you'd normally expect a score hovering around the million range, especially in DT. It's 500k. It's not even half of the max possible score with DT, but it's gonna be enough. xootynator taking the DT2, putting herself at match point for the first time, guaranteeing herself a tiebreaker against mcy4.
What the hell, man? She actually just combo gamed the ever-living crap out of MCY on that DT2. MCY with an accuracy lead of like 8%. Not gonna be enough against the superior combo of xootynator. And now MCY gonna be going for that Nomad 3. HE2 gonna be going unpicked. Nomad 3 gonna be the final map of this matchup before tiebreaker. And I think so far after what we've seen in this match, we really want to see that tiebreaker.
Of course, and xootynator has guaranteed that she'll at least get that if mcy4 wins this point. For mcy4, staring into the void, the face of death here. This could be the last map that mcy4 ever plays in Corsace Closed 2023. Again, this is the loser's bracket.
But yeah, the Nomad 3 alt pick, this is such a scary pick if you're MCY. xootynator is an extremely strong alt player, getting one of the top scores on the Nomad 3 in qualifiers. But alt being also an MCY skill set, going to be something that he will stake his tournament life on in order to try to force this tiebreaker against xootynator. And this map throws you right into it from the start. We've got our awkward aim alt pick. However, it's going to be a little more aim-intensive than some of the alt picks we've seen so far in the tournament. There is a lot higher spacing on this map than some of our prior alt picks.
Yeah, high-level alt is so scary. It's like constant high spacing. It basically becomes a jump map at some point. That's how you have to get these super high SR alt maps. Of course, it says semifinals. It does get harder later in the tournament.
Yeah, it's crazy. We've got 2 harder alt maps than this.
Of course, now xootynator is holding an early SS here, early AC advantage to her. mcy4 not that far behind, but for xootynator, as we go into the first PI, finally dropping her SS, is going to have that slight score lead.
Both players still holding on to the FC. Oh my god, both players misreading the exact same pattern, going to be finding some drops. Accuracy lead going to give xootynator a slight lead. But now it's going to be a race to reestablish some combo for these 2 players. Both players hitting that space pattern. Once again, xootynator's AC lead going to be giving her about 15k of score lead. But it's really going to depend on the next drop now that both players have the exact same combo once again.
Yeah, the chain AC drops from mcy4 not doing him too much favor in the Ki. xootynator had over a percent AC lead for a second there. Bouncing out, but mcy4 is going to find a break, and now xootynator has combo and accuracy advantage.
That first slider break from MCY, so brutal. xootynator now with quite the dominating combo lead, up at around 450. She's going to be able to go into this chorus, and if she can make her way through this with the combo, I think it might just be out of reach for MCY, but she has to hold through this first.
mcy4 needs to find a break, and there it is. The break that mcy4 needed. mcy4 has to hold on, but holding on through the longer flow patterns. mcy4 combo advantage, finally, everything he needed. As we get into a slower section, mcy4 is going to build that combo little by little and build up sort of the exponential rate that he's gaining score. It's not over. 30k is not that much when you have the lead that mcy4 has. 200 combo is enough to take this back, but mcy4 has to hold for the life of him to get into a tiebreaker.
And it's all gonna come down to this last difficult chorus section. This is the hardest of the 3 choruses in this map. xooty finds another drop. MCY now with a massive opportunity to take the lead. It goes back in his favor. Accuracy lead for Zooty has become gone as well. So MCY gonna be able to take the lead back, and it is growing so quickly. He has to keep holding though. Most simple pattern in the map coming up, and he hits it. And it looks like we're gonna be getting a tiebreaker here between mcy4 and xootynator.
In other tournaments, the match between xootynator and mcy4 is one of the most highly viewed, highly contested matches there is. It is the determiner of two excellent OC players, two of the best in the world. And here we are, a semifinals losers bracket round 1 tiebreaker. One of these players will be going home in 9th place. And that doesn't even feel fair. One of these players will no longer be playing Corsace Closed 2023 after this map. Going out at 9th place seems such a disservice to the skill of these two players. But that just speaks to how crazy good everyone here is. This semifinals tiebreaker, Marionette, our custom mapped tiebreaker brought to you by Selena, is going to be the determinant. It's going to be your super fast mechanics TB.
I'll correct you, this is losers bracket round 2, but that doesn't change the fact that one of these players is going home in the second round of losers bracket, going to be going out in the bottom half of the players in this tournament, and that is just unreal to think about. xootynator and mcy4 leaving it all on the field for us here. And you know, MCY, after winning that last alt pick, might just have to favor him on this tiebreaker.
100%. That's it. Losers bracket round 2, but it's the first match of losers semifinals. Meaning that one of these players, you know, whoever moves on, is going to have to play another losers semifinals match after this.
Wait a minute. I'm getting a confirmation here from our referee that they might be going double hidden on this tiebreaker. Okay, we're gonna have to wait and see.
Lord.
I'm not seeing any mods on either of them. Okay, double no mod. Thank you.
They are both going hidden, actually.
Oh,
the Corsace skin does not show the mod.
Oh, okay. So, what?
Double hidden for both players. This is the kind of thing where you have to worry a little bit. The hidden cover pick can backfire you on these TVs. That said, both these players, great hidden players, especially xootynator, known for being one of the best hidden players in the world. We're seeing it already with her early accuracy advantage on this tiebreaker.
Yeah, I mean, the xootynator hidden makes sense. She is a hidden preference player, but I'm kind of confused why mcy would also go hidden. I mean, he is also quite the capable hidden player, but definitely not a player I would think of to be a preference player. As you can see, he's already finding drops on this map, dropping his accuracy down to 90% as well. xootynator, though, looking so comfortable, up at 99 through the beginning pattern, still holding on to her FC.
Yeah, that's an early advantage for xootynator in both combo and accuracy. Still seeing 99% accuracy. We haven't gotten to a really hard part of this map yet. Things will change. xootynator will break. That's just how hard this map is. That's a guarantee. That said, she has such a big early advantage that she's going to be able to build to this sort of freer combo section.
Yeah, she does finally find the drop, but mcy trades it out as well. And with his accuracy down at 95 compared to her 95, or her 99, he really needs to stabilize quickly on this, get that accuracy back up. Otherwise, Zooty will run away with the accuracy.
Now combos have stabilized, even combo game, but the accuracy is doing so much work for xootynator. The mcy4 finding another break right there. That's really worrying as xootynator's taking it away. And mcy4 banned hidden 1, and this is basically the closest map in the pool to it, which is really, really worrying for mcy4. xootynator continues to take it away, especially with hidden on. This is her comfort right here.
Yeah, mcy starting to bring that accuracy back. He's up nearing 97, but xootynator with the 99.62 and the combo lead, she's just gonna start running away with this extremely fast, unless she does find the break. But mcy, more importantly, I think, needs to hold on.
Of course, it's no guarantee. It never is. the tiebreaker is never over until it's over. That said, xootynator is hitting every hard pattern in this map, holding on into a slower section. Some free combos, some free score. That's really, really big for her. mcy4 isn't too far behind. Nearly 500 combo to Zooty's 700 combo. But the advantage that she has with combo and accuracy is going to wall out mcy4 for so long unless she finds a break soon.
Yeah, but into this slower section, it's really going to be tough to ask for a break from xootynator. But that 600 combo from MCY, he is now within striking distance. So if Zooty does find the break, and MCY does manage to hold, he will be able to start to reel the lead back in. But first things first, he needs the break from Zooty. And it doesn't look like it's going to be coming yet, but we are in another one of the very difficult TI sections.
Here's the thing, mcy4 is gonna find a drop, but Zooty just keeps holding. She doesn't care. 99.5% accuracy, over 1,000 combo now. Already on a 100k lead, and she's taking it away still.
What is she doing?
Score from xootynator.
This is actually unreal. MCY has found more drops, but xootynator right now, 99.4% at the 2/3 mark on this tiebreaker. She is holding on with everything she has, holding her combo through some of those bursts, finally finding the drop. But I think it's almost too late for MCY. xootynator has amassed an 160,000 combo lead on this tiebreaker going into the last quarter, and she is looking to stamp her ticket to SF2.
mcy4, you would need a total breakdown from xootynator, and at this break, I think both players know that. mcy4, unfortunately, already seeing the signs of it, a GGWP, sign of maybe giving up hope a little, and can you blame him? xootynator putting up one of the best scores we've seen this weekend so far. Even with those misses right there, the mcy4 just doesn't have the combo advantage to work with.
And it looks like Zooty might be getting her revenge right now. There is really not enough time for MCY, even though he is holding on to the combo. There's just really not enough for him, and xootynator going to be bringing back the match rating against these two a little bit. MCY still won 2 matches against her, but xootynator, I think, taking what was a really strong victory in this match on this tiebreaker.
Yeah, and with a final break from mcy4, that solidifies it. Unfortunately, this is where mcy4's run ends for Corsace Closed 2023, one of Hong Kong's best. But unfortunately, someone always has to lose at the end of the day. That said, xootynator, last year's second place placer here, moving on into semifinals 2, making her chance to fight against the winner of White Cat and Henry. It's a xootynator victory on TB. Finally getting the victory she's been looking for against mcy4, and that right there is a match.
That's a GG well played if I've ever seen one. mcy4 having such an insane comeback, was down 4-1 in this match, but xootynator at the end of the day closing it out on that tiebreaker. That alt aim, just such a strong skill set for xootynator. Even though MCY won that alt pick no mod 3 to force the tiebreaker, when the spacing got bigger, xootynator got stronger. Gonna be taking this matchup 6-5. MCY, unfortunately, gonna be eliminated from Corsace Closed now. Gonna be placing at, I believe you said 9th place, right?
Yeah, 9th place is where mcy4 is gonna be going out. Of course, playing to the seed 11. So, you know, it's not particularly a bad run. Just an unfortunate end for mcy4. I know a player that a lot of people had really high hopes for, but at the end of the day, you know, Corsace Closed. Everyone's so good here that just even your favorite player is going to have to lose eventually, and that's where it's going to end for mcy4. xootynator is going to move on to fight the winner of White Cat and Henry. A match will be determined tomorrow.
And MCY, you know, right after this, he's actually being thrown right back into the fire. He has 3 WC right now, Hong Kong versus USA. So you might as well go watch that match after this one ends. But until next time, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this match. I've been Miles, as always, joined by Tykani. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day or night wherever you are.